Hey, I'm Cole. This is my buddy Jeremiah. We are here at Sydney, and what we're doing here is prepping our R35 GTR for Jeremiah to take his first stab at the world of time attack.
So I'm pretty nervous, to be honest with you.
You should be.
Yeah.
You're biting off a lot. Not so good, man. I think the gearbox just let go. Pretty long way to get 2 laps, huh? Jeremiah is new to time attack,
right.
And why not head to the highest level of time attack in the world?
Yeah, why not just send me right into the deep end and be like, hey, you want to do time attack? Oh, come to the biggest time attack event in the entire world and see how you do.
I'm in danger.
And a really fast car, right? You were telling me, I haven't even seen the car, so I'm excited to see it, but 1,200, 1,300 horsepower car, the most horsepower car I've ever driven. Sydney Motorsports Park, right? Never driven there, so that's cool. Never driven a car with like aero with so much downforce. So you guys are really, you know, you put me in with the big dog. So
I'm gonna be here to guide you through the whole process. So I've been here a number of times.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure that you have a good time and you go quick.
If I didn't feel very confident in your abilities, I wouldn't have done this.
You're gonna be a time attack hero by the end of this thing.
I hope so.
So, and if not, I have all the racer excuses I'll share with you.
Yeah,
so.
please, if you could print those out so I could just like look at them at the end of all this, that'd be great.
Just unloaded the car. It's always a hassle. There's always things. I just discovered a few things that are broken. The vinyl's not right on a couple things. So we have a bunch of headaches. We have a bunch of drama already. Yeah. And we have to get you up to speed in 36 hours to be able to hit the track and do it with some confidence.
Yeah.
So you're not going out in the kids class, you're going out in Pro-Am. Yeah. It's gonna be dope, man.
It's gonna be dope, yes, thank you.
Absolutely,
Let's
man.
do it.
Come check this thing out.
Okay. Whoa, look at this sucker. Bigger than I thought. Dude, this came out great.
Killer, right?
Oh, it looks so good. I'm so pumped. Can you give me a rundown of this thing?
So being a time attack car, a lot of it is production car stuff. Factory style shock towers, factory style pickup points, factory location engine. So it is a relatively stock drivetrain layout as far as everything goes. Lots of off the shelf parts. Where it starts to get customized is here forward. Okay. And the reason is for cooling and aerodynamic packages. That is the most important part of a time attack car because we're trying to ram all of the air into the engine efficiently as possible, and then we're trying to create as much downforce as possible.
What does this car weigh about?
It's a pig, man. It's about 4,000 pounds with you in it.
Hefty
yeah,
girl.
It's a big girl. This car was built in 2015 specifically for this event, so we named the car Sydney. So this is Sydney GTR. Its inaugural event was right here in Sydney, 2015. We brought it to Pikes Peak after that, run it up the hill. It holds a lot of all-wheel drive track records, you know, and we've had some overall track records as well.
Yeah, so when you were having that list of like things that I can use excuses, I can't say that the car is bad because it's a proven winning car. I'm just here to have fun.
Sorry, ha 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 ha.
No, I'm trying to limit the amount of pressure I put on myself because I'm so competitive, Cole. I'm just like, oh man, I have to like, I'll just beat myself up. So I'm trying to pre-make excuses, you know, as any good
just go
race
chill.
car driver. Yeah.
I'll extract the speed from you in a reasonable rate. You
Yeah.
just be smooth because we're going to take teeny cuts
chunks.
out of the lap time.
Yeah.
But we got to do it with data. And this car has a ton of data on it. Mike McGinnis, the engineer with the car, he's great at interpreting data. We have everything from brake pressure sensors on all 4 corners to shock potentiometers.
So nerdy stuff. That's what I love. Yeah.
We're going to be able to tell you exactly where you f***ed up. Like, turn 1, 3 feet into the corner, you did this when you should have done this.
Yeah.
So we'll tell you, and then it's up to you. Then
That's
you can wear the
good.
burden.
Hey, that's good.
Yeah.
Just tell me what to do. I'm a good puppet.
No, I think if you just go out there and make small incremental changes, we'll get you up to speed. It is a good car. It is really friendly to drive. It doesn't do anything surprising, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised after the first couple sessions in the car about how it responds. So.
Good. Oh, heck yeah, dude.
You feel comfy?
Yeah, this thing's sick as hell, man. Oh my gosh. Damn.
Traditional paddle shift, downshift, upshift.
Yeah.
You have a traction control threshold on one knob and boost on the other. So when it's time to throw down, we turn that to 12. You see that?
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, we go all the way to 12. From here, we ran through the rest of the setup with Jeremiah, showed him the ropes, and got him prepped as he could be. We all have our battles at this point, and Jeremiah's was to focus mentally and prepare for the car. Ours was to get the car sorted and ready for him to attack the track. right, so we're here at Croydon and we were just finishing up on the dyno and things went excellent. It started off a little rocky. We didn't know quite where things were gonna end up, but I'm happy to say we're exactly where we were back in the States. The most major component of making power, fuel. It's a big change from the fuel that we have stateside. So we have to switch to an entirely different fuel. It is an ethanol-based fuel, but it doesn't behave the same way. So getting it on the dyno, being able to run and simulate track conditions under load, high boost, stuff like that, it allows Mike to dial in the fuel and make sure that everything's happy. And I'm happy to say we made 1121.4 horsepower. So that's right on par with what we've been doing stateside. Seeing that number today just makes my heart full because I know that we've got a really solid power level and the fuel isn't affecting us that much. What the dyno does not simulate is aerodynamic loading. So with all the downforce comes a bunch of drag, which comes a bunch of loading. So we may not see issues here, but we may see something on track. So Mike's gonna be monitoring that stuff. We'll start at the lower power levels and then we'll bring it up throughout the next couple days on track, just to make sure everything's happy and we don't scatter its guts out all over the track. So this is the last step before we head to the racetrack. So the guys are getting it unhooked from the dyno right now. We're gonna load it on the flat trailer, get it over to the racetrack. The next morning, we hit the track. We get right into it. So Jeremiah and I are both gonna have time to practice on Thursday. And if things are looking good Friday morning, we're gonna try to bank a flyer right out of the gate. We've been so close to breaking into the 120s, and the super fast cars will break the 120 barrier. I'm very confident we're gonna go faster than we have in the past. Let's call that a 130. I'd love to end up at like a 126. I think that's a very solid time. I'd love to get Jeremiah to be faster than the previous HKS time. I think they have the fastest R35 time out there, and I'd love to coach Jeremiah to get up to speed and beat that record as well.
We spent the rest of that evening tying up the last few bits on the car, mounting and adjusting the rear wing, putting the rest of the body panels on, and adding some last-minute sponsor logos. Things were looking pretty good, almost a little too good to be true. And that's when things took an unexpected turn.
No, it's just like third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. The transmission is junk. So I had to like slow down. It'll go a little bit in second gear. Third's blank, fourth is blank, fifth is blank.
Okay, when you say blank,
Like it's neutral in every gear except second. Not so good, man. I think the gearbox just let go. Pretty long way to get 2 laps, huh? First session, 2 laps, gearbox only gives me 1 gear. So it's not completely ruined, but we don't have all the gears. So the people smarter than me think it's potentially a line pressure sensor. So right now I'm trying to figure out the diagnostic process and figure out if it is a line pressure sensor. If it is, we got to pull the gearbox out, completely split it, replace the sensor and put it back in. That's assuming that the gears aren't damaged. So we're got to go through that diagnostic process right now and figure it all out, but it's not fun. Back at the track, it is the first day of competition. So on the first day of practice, we had a failure in the very first session. A simple $5 seal blew out. We lost all pressure to the transmission in second, fourth, and sixth gear. So the team worked into the night. We got it fixed back here at the track, let the RTV sit up overnight, and now we're filling the transmission with fluid. We're gonna fire it up and make sure that we solved our issue, but there's a pretty definitive failure there, and we are back on track. We lost a bunch of time, but the weekend's looking perfect, so we'll see what we can throw down today, and if things keep going good, we're going to crank up the boost on Saturday and go for a new record. Starting! 128.0 on the dash, so pretty good for passing somebody, and like there's more in it. Like I lean on it a couple spots, but our 26 has never looked more realistic. Feeling pretty good about that.
So with all that out of the way, I was able to lay down a 128 basically on the first warm-up lap. Things were looking pretty good as far as that 126 mark. The only thing left was for Jeremiah to get out on track and have his maiden voyage.
So excited?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nerves?
It's always, I'm a little nervous, yeah. Not as nervous as I thought I'd be because it's, there's no pressure on me really. But I'm excited. I'm excited to get the car out there and sprint some laps and just get comfortable with it, get comfortable with the car. Got some time today, got some time tomorrow, so I'm gonna take it easy.
We have enough for you to do like an out lap, 2 like decently paced laps and a cool down lap, come in. Anytime that the car's on track or temperatures above 170, let's have the fan on. Power's turned down a decent amount, traction control's up, so getting on power and stuff, car's not gonna be crazy, wild at all. ABS is on, so braking should be good. This light will illuminate if there is an ABS failure, so just keep an eye on that if it does light up that you might not have ABS. And then there is a little bit of like oil slick or oil dry on the track in some areas, so first lap really be cognizant and sight all of that out and see where it can be slippery and stuff.
Stoked. I feel like we've accomplished a lot so far, and I just need Jeremiah to come in from this first session with a smile on his face and get his first pre-race jitters out of the way, because I know how daunting it is for the very first session. So really excited to see him back in the pits. So hopefully he has a great time. Yeah, Racer Man, you did it! You got that first session out of the way.
In the book.
So what did you end at? 136?
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
Well, you're using the brakes into turn 1.
I know.
So we can improve on that,
we
right?
can improve on that.
So I'm gonna zip tie your leg up to the side.
Put it to the left.
Yeah.
Part of it is just getting a feel for how the car brakes. Like, dude, this car is really stable.
Yeah.
Like, it's super planar. So
Yeah.
to even do that, I'm actually pretty impressed. I was like, man, it takes me a little while to get up to speed on shit. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta be happy with that time. That's a great
There's
start.
so much left out there, though. Like,
Yeah. You're just cruising, huh?
Dude, just cruising. Yeah, this car is so sick, man. Oh my god.
It's wild,
I'm
huh?
having an absolute
Only
blast.
less than 5 people have ever driven this car, so welcome to a very elite
one of
club,
them.
man.
Dude,
Yeah,
thank
it's.
you.
How about the downforce?
Oh my god, dude.
You go on the straightaway and you're like, it's wild, and then it's like,
So it sits in, locks
Yeah.
in. Yeah.
Sick, dude.
Also, it's so weird. Anytime you go from a sim to a real track, it's like it feels shorter than it does on the sim.
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. It's like am I on some mini version of the
Yeah,
track?
yeah.
Maybe it's just like your reality setting in, like there's danger, and so
Yeah, yeah.
the track shrinks. Excellent first go, dude.
Okay,
Yeah, you
cool.
got to be happy with that. We can.
Yeah.
I think we want to find like 4 seconds. If we can get you to 132,
Yeah.
I think that'd be a really good place to end up. I'll figure out what that HKS time is
I think
officially.
it's 130.688.
130.6.
Dude, I know that seems 6 seconds at a time, but it's for sure. I can for sure do that.
Yeah.
Did
they turn your power down too?
I don't know.
Oh, they didn't trust you, dude. They gave you only power level 3? That's like going to church with the family power
It's
level.
okay. That's probably for the best until I get a little bit more comfortable.
Oh, good, man.
Dude, that
Glad
was-
you're feeling it, homie.
Oh, God,
Great
dude.
job, dude.
That was so
Glad you got it
sick.
out the way.
Yeah.
Good. Starting to figure out.
They only wanted me to do one because the car was hot.
Yeah.
So I came in, I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go, second one, because I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit,
Yeah.
no.
They told me
But
not
I
to do
didn't.
it.
I didn't break going into one.
Good.
I lifted.
Yeah, it's stable.
Yeah.
We're in a pretty good position. Beautiful weather, cool temperatures, sun is on the track. We're in a position to put down our fastest lap ever. We're aiming for that 126. We know it's possible. The biggest challenge is minimal seat time and testing, and we're constantly making changes to the car. So every time you dial up the power, that changes your brake points, it changes how much throttle you can use and when, and constantly changing track conditions. So you're out there in a situation that's different every single time. We're not out there making the same lap in the same car over and over again. We're having to get pretty creative with the strategy as far as how we warm up the tires, how and when I go for the flying lap, and when I'm able to use a cooling fan. So working around a couple little issues that we won't be able to get sorted for this event, but I think we got a plan to make that happen.
It's really hard to describe what a 125 means to me and the rest of the team. The original goal for this car, we only saw the ceiling of a 126. So to see a 125 is pretty surreal, and so we're very proud of that. And as for Jeremiah, he did a great job, and he could have gone a little bit quicker if we had some more seat time in the car for him, a few more switches on the boost knob for him. No doubt he would have gone out and beat that HKS record. It just, unfortunately, the car gave everything it had to give. Just leaves with some questions. You know, how much time is left in this thing? How much quicker can we go? And hopefully we can come back here to Sydney Motorsports Park and try again.